Hi, I'm Jeanette at Make Sweet Memories. Thank you so much for stopping by. Today I want to talk for a minute about punches. Last night I went out with some girlfriends that I have scrapbooked with for 30 years, and we were talking about how much we love our punches and why is that? You know, my friend Lauren at Craft Some Joy and I have talked about this too, that there is something so satisfying about punching a perfect punch. It just makes you feel smarter, right? Like you made that design look perfect. Punches have changed tremendously over the past 30 years, and they are so much easier to use, and there are different types of punches. And so I thought it would be fun this morning just to go into that a little deeper for those of you that are not familiar with what Creative Memories offers in the way of decorative punches, decorative edges, how you create those cute layering pieces. So let's dig into that right now. The Border Maker system is Creative Memories' most popular tool, and they typically come out with a new Border Maker cartridge every month. They're small, so they're easier to store or to transport, and they have amazing designs that are about 2 inches wide. So there are lots of reasons to love this system, and it's very, very easy to use. So here's some of the favorite cartridges that I have in my stash that are available now. There's the rolling sails. There's the sand castles. That's a really cute one. This I love. This is called Sunshine Arches. Darling, darling edges. This is the photography chain, and this can be used as a little element in and of itself if you decide you want to just trim it off. But that's super cute and can be used anywhere. This is the Home Sweet Home. This is jammies that can also be cut and used as t-shirts. This is the Flourish Vine, and this is a super favorite as well, the Mirrored Scallop. So I have a variety of designs, and I love this. I love it because every time you use it, you can make a perfect strip. So let me push these off to the side and show you. This is the Border Maker system. It comes with these 2 units, and then you purchase these cartridges individually. So you take a piece of paper and slip it into the paper tray right here, all the way to the edge. Line it up here. Press that down and flip the tray back. Then you choose a cartridge that you like and slip it in. And you can release the cartridge just by pushing this little button in the back. Okay, but you snap it in, Creative Memories to Creative Memories. So these little feet are going to be on the outside. And what we're going to do is match up this line here with each of these notches here. Okay, it's very simple, and you will feel as you punch how these kind of slide into place underneath. So you just punch, and you can come all the way out. You don't have to worry that you're going to mess something up or get lost somewhere, because the punches, once they're matched up and they're sliding in, they are perfect every single time. See how fun that is? It makes a super cute edge. This is darling for cards, for borders, for scrapbooking, for any kind of paper craft. Let me show you a few ways that you can use this. You can see you can make a border, but you can also cut these pieces every 2 inches and just use them to cluster around, okay? So you don't have to just use it as a 12-inch strip. Here, I took one of those little arches, put a little scrap of paper here, made a little chunky kind of tag, and stuck one little epoxy sticker on it. Okay, this could be darling just to the side of your photo, at the top of your page, on the bottom of your page, anywhere. It's just a darling, simple accent. Another way to use it is to layer it on top of a tag. This was a cute little cartridge that I used to help a friend make some little gift bags during COVID when they had a little drive-by birthday celebration for her granddaughter. You can just punch once and cut around it and mount it, and you can see this is the Flourish Vine cartridge. And this would be cute like with some of the new plaids that just came out for Thanksgiving. Just make little name cards and sit that at your seat. Isn't that fun? Here's one with an apple border chain, and I punched in the red and in the orange and the green and just cut out a couple of the other colors and layered it on top. But you can see how fun that looks. Very simple, but super cute. Here I used a Border Maker cartridge to make this top layer right there. And here I used the chevron arrows, and then I just put a little denim strip behind it so that you could see the denim behind here for a baseball page. This one here is the Home Sweet Home cartridge, which is relatively new, but it also looks like a little old-fashioned schoolhouse. So always look beyond the obvious when you're using these and just kind of make them work for you. But I thought this was really cute for like an introduction, a title page, a signature page, something like that. This would be adorable. I have already 2 videos on the Border Maker system that go into a great bit of detail. So if you want to know more, then watch the videos on the Border Maker basics and then the tips and techniques for the Border Maker Mania. And you'll find some super cute ideas in there for you, and you will love this system. It's amazing. The next type of punch is a simple standalone punch, and they're designed so you can get hundreds of cuts using our solid cardstock or designer paper. So it has a little tab right here, and that's how you open it, and that's how you lock it. It's much easier to store when it's locked down like this. So you just open and close with that little tab right there. If you look to the side, you will see the design is printed on the side. And so I like to store mine sideways so that I can see exactly what it is. And that way I know if I'm looking for a certain design, I can find it really quickly, and I can also put it back quickly, which honestly is my biggest problem. I need to be able to put it back quickly. So if you look to the side, you'll see the design printed right there. I purchased stamp and storage units, and there's a link in the description box for those if that interests you. I love mine. They are absolutely fabulous. They're solid, they hold the weight of the punches, and they're worth every penny. They do go on sale a couple times a year, but I can't say enough good about the stamp and storage units. You can also store them in the modular containers in the Creative Memories Tools Organizer and stack them if you prefer that. But I just love seeing exactly what I have and being able to put it back quickly. So let's take a look at these. Like say this is an anchor punch. Okay, you don't have to be at the seaside to use the anchor punch. So think outside the box when you look at these punches. What anchors you to your husband? Okay, have some pictures of the two of you, or your grandchildren, or your kids, or your parents, your ancestors. You can use the anchor punch in lots of different ways. What if you wanted to create something with a little bit more texture? You can use a tone-on-tone kind of print. I have these two different types of leaves. So let's open it up and punch, and you can see this one is kind of short and squatty, and it has this for the inside, which is kind of fun. And then let's put this in there. See how cute this looks with a little bit of a pattern on it. It just kind of levels up your game, right? So you could do this, and then maybe layer this little piece in somewhere. So you have something short and squatty and something kind of tall and longer, and that looks great when you are clustering things together. I want you to see that a little bit closer. You can see these could be spring leaves, these could be fall leaves. It all depends on the paper that you're using and the effect that you want, but really pretty together. The next type of punch is what is called a border punch. And you can see that it's different because it has a metal plate with a design printed on it on either side. It also has two black lines here at the front, and I'll show you what that's for in a minute. But it sticks out a little bit more. It can also be stored in the Stampin' storage units, which are made to perfectly store this type of punch. So let me show you how to use this. What you will do, let's take this heart to heart punch right here, and you see this black line. You can line up your paper so that it starts right here. This is telling you where the design starts because you can see it underneath here. So I'm going to open it just like the other one, and I'm going to line up my paper with that line right there, that black line. And you can see it even when the punch is down on your table. You can see exactly where it starts. And then I take my right hand and I push the paper up against the ledge right here so that it's steady. And then I press with my left hand. Now I'm going to push the design through so that it matches what's printed right here. So you can see there's an open heart right on that side, and it's going to match right there and print. Another thing with some of the more current punches, you can see there's a little triangle up here at the top. That's to help you line up as well when you have a design that is a little tricky in telling you where you are. So you would just keep punching all the way through, and it would give you a layer that drops off. So it's a free standing layer. And you can put that on a journaling box, you can make borders with it, you can put it on a card. There's all different ways that you can use these cute designs. You do want to pay attention to what the debris is when you punch. You can see this has some cute hearts that I might be able to use somewhere on that page. So always pay attention to what's being punched out. You have some full hearts here, and then this is the punch that's slightly smaller. So you might be able to use those for layering if you use different colors. One of my favorites was the sunflower punch. This is discontinued now. They ran out of it, but I do have a few extra here. If anybody is interested in this one, I think it's super cute. just put a comment down below and I will get in touch with you. So here we're going to release. Watch how cute this is. I'm going to line up my paper on that black mark right here and then punch through. And now I'm lining up what's punched right on the design. So the leaves are going right over the leaf. Now I want to show you what happens if you don't put your finger right here. If I'm just pushing this through and it's lined up here, but it's not right here, okay, it will still punch, but it's cutting off part of the design and it's going to be kind of funky. So you always want to make sure, let's line it up this way, that you're just holding this against the ledge with your right hand and then punch through. And then you're going to get a perfect punch every time. Okay, and you get the full, complete design. Isn't that cute? And you could take a little round piece of brown or something and stick it inside the sunflower. It's really a cute one. Now the border frame punches are a little bit different. Sometimes you just want a border, sometimes you want a frame, sometimes you want both. If you want to know if your border punch is also a frame punch, it will be labeled that way. And you will also see a long silver line right here on the metal plate. And that is where we're going to line up our paper. So let me show you here. You want to use a piece of paper that has even increments. It doesn't have to be a square. This one's an 8 by 8 square, but it could also be 8 by 12 or 4 by 6. You decide, but it needs to be even, okay? So what I'm going to do, instead of lining up with these black lines on the front, I'm going to line up my paper with this silver line that goes right across the tray. So I'm going to slip it in here and punch. And then I'm going to pull it through just like we normally do. Cover up the design on the tray. Hold my finger here so it doesn't slip and come through right there. And then you're going to notice there's a little square that's left over. You rotate your paper, stick it back in, and align the edge with that long silver line. That's what we're doing there. And when you punch, that little square is going to come off. And then you line up your design on the silver plate again and just push through. So you can see that we're going to do the same thing. Just rotate the paper, stick it back in on that silver line, and it's going to punch off and release. And we're going to line up our design with the blue right on the back of the plate. Same thing, you end up with that little corner. You see how easy it is? You just keep rotating your paper at the end and the punch just takes care of it for you. So then you just move it through like you've always done. Line it up here, put your finger here, and just push through. You can see you have a darling frame. Now, one thing with this particular punch, it has some beautiful debris. Look at these little snowflakes. And you get the bigger ones. You get some medium-sized ones. Look how pretty this is on the different colored paper. and then some teeny tiny ones. So you get 3 different sizes here of little snowflakes, in case you want to sprinkle those somewhere on your page. That's a really, really fun frame punch. So this is an 8x8 square. Let's try one that's rectangular. This is an 8x12. So let's start here again, lining up on the line, pushing through. You can see there's my little square. Just rotate my paper. It's going to come off right there. Have this one. Rotate the paper. So you can see how this works. You're just going to create a frame according to the size of paper you're using. Rotate it around again. There you go. And if it doesn't quite punch out like this one here, just take your scissor, help it a little bit right there. It's like a little hanging chad, right? Okay, and there's your frame. You can see if you did this in a 12x12 along the edge of your page, how fun that could be. Or just layering with another piece of paper behind it, sprinkling some of your little snowflakes. Really, really fun. Here is a 12x12 frame. Once it's trimmed, it'll fit just inside your 12x12 piece of paper. Makes a really beautiful effect very, very quickly. Here's one that I did to fit a 4x6 photo. If you want a frame that fits a 4x6 photo, just cut it 2 inches larger. So instead of a 4x6 piece of paper, make it a 6x8 piece of paper. If you want to, you could trim this down just a tad or mount another piece of paper in between. But that's how you get this type of look. Whenever you use a print, it also adds a lot of texture and interest. These are solids, this one's a print. You can see the difference, right? Some yellow, some gold, some orange in there. Really fun. Another really fun technique is to use your border punch cut in a circle. So instead of a frame, not all of them are frame punches, right? You can create your own circular frame, and I do have a video showing you exactly how to do that, so I'm not going to go into it here, but just another option with your border punches. There's a new punch coming out, a spider frame punch. That would be so cute along the edges of a white paper to make some Halloween placemats. So many fun ideas with all of these different punches. Now you know the difference between the Border Maker system, the standalone punches, and the border and frame punches. You can find all of these on my website. There's a link in the description box, and more ideas on how to use them on other videos here on my channel. This nativity one is beautiful. I've used that and then cut it in a circle. So it's just very elegant looking, very, very pretty. So you can use it and cut just part of it, or you can use it along as a bordered edge. Both of them are just beautiful. So lots of different choices depending on the pattern on your border punch. Thanks for joining me today. I love to share what I love with you. If you haven't had a chance to subscribe yet, please take a moment to do that and hit the bell to receive notifications when new videos are released. I bring out a few new ones every month for you. If you've enjoyed the content, I would love it if you would share these videos with your friends, as I'm growing my channel and I want to help as many people as possible. You can find more ideas and inspiration on my website at makesweetmemories.com. You can follow me on Instagram and Facebook with the same name. The punches that I used in this video are currently available on my website, but Creative Memories purchases a limited amount of them, so they do sell out. They continue to bring out new designs on a regular basis, so if you like something, I would get it sooner rather than later. That's how they keep their tool line fresh, and that's fun unless they run out of something that you really love. So I do have a few of the discontinued punches in stock. If there's something out there that I've shared that is no longer on the website, comment below and perhaps I can help you out. I do offer monthly virtual workshops, so it doesn't matter where you live, you can join us on Zoom on the second Saturday of every month, where I teach a design tip and a tool tip, and I offer support and encouragement on your projects, along with some fun raffle prizes for those who attend. It's really critical to set aside time to actually work on your projects so your albums get completed. And if there's something you'd like to learn, please comment below. Tell me. I would like our relationship to be interactive, and I love to hear from you. Life passes quickly, so make sure you're intentional about making some of your own sweet memories. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.